What's up? Let me make sure I got everything going. Going here. All messages are visible. Woo! I'm in my garage. Hopefully you can hear me. I am in my garage. I'm just waiting for a couple people to come on. I've been sitting there thinking, you know, this ain't gonna be a negative message, but it's just some stuff I was thinking about. I gotta cut my hair. I got my old man going on right now. Let me tell you what I realized. I realized that without a community, you're not gonna get anything done. Without working together and people coming together for a common goal, you're not gonna see much success. It's kind of like the tree that falls, but nobody's there in the forest to hear it. So you can make beats, you can do whatever it is, but you gotta develop some kind of community. It's kind of like building a buzz and getting your own buzz. And I realized you can post as many beat videos as in the producer area. You can post as many beat videos as you want. You can, teach as much as you want. But the one thing that's hard to do, you try to serve, but without a community, it's not going to work. I watched the people that blew up, that were very consistent, they develop a community. And they take their communities to Discord. They take their communities to Twitch. They'll take their communities to some type of, maybe their own platform or something like that. But I've seen you can post beats, you can teach, you can be funny, you can do all kinds of different things. But if you don't build a solid community, you ain't going nowhere. What's up, everybody? Say what's up if you're in the chat. Let me see what's going on. If you're in the chat, what's up, everybody? Nah, this ain't a beat making video or anything like that or tutorial. I'm just speaking my mind right now. Thinking about, growth, thinking about, how to move forward and get things and do things differently, to how do you mature as a producer? How do you, make better beats, make better tracks, do big things? If you take a look at everything, everybody, what's up, Kareem? What's up, big dog? Congrats once again on, getting your certs and things of that nature. I hope everything's working out. But, without a community, you can hang it up. And you got to find a way to get a community and build a community. If you can't build a community, you will not succeed in the social media space. You're going to be spinning your wheels and wasting time. I feel like for the past couple years, I've just been spinning my wheels and wasting time, Also in the producer space, it's just too much freaking jealousy too. Sometimes people don't want to help each other. They don't want to. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Years ago, when I was really trying to get ahead and trying to get an understanding of the social media space, I didn't understand the gear that well, and I saw, a popular YouTuber that I used to talk to quite a bit. I reached out to him and I asked him, I said, yo, how do I get this audio interface working so I can, get my music on? And this guy, you can see him working on this stuff. You know what he said to me? He said, oh, I don't know how to do that. He said, I don't know how to do that. I was like, yo, what? Bonjour, bonjour. Think you are part of the double down on community importance. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the big thing. You got to stick together. And you got to help each other, and you got to push people up. You got to take people with you once you get to a certain height or get to a certain level. I'll give you another example. So back in 2013, I was going through things, 2 master's degrees. I couldn't find a job. We were in a recession. So I went to the Maryland workforce, and I did a training class. A+, Net Plus, Security Plus. I did it all in 1 month. It was supposed to be a 3-month program, but I did it in 1 month. All I passed was the A+, because that's the only thing I took. I didn't understand the Net Plus, didn't understand security or anything like that. So, I worked a couple jobs, odds and end jobs, things of that nature. Then finally, I got that job. I even went through this teacher residency program, this Maryland teacher residency program. When I finished that program, the lady told me I would be a disgrace to every class that I entered into. And I, I was hurt. My wife was there in my corner. She helped me get through it. She's even the one that helped me. Like, she would quiz me, and I would pass the certification exam. That's how I passed the A+. But I knew a dream of mine was to become a teacher. I've been teaching since 2015, and it was a blessing. And I'm going to say that because it was a true blessing. Because if I had went through that program, I would have to pay them money. I didn't even have to go that route. So let me tell you what I do. And I eventually passed the Net Plus, Security Plus, got my CISA Plus, passed the CCNT. When I teach from the perspective of remembering when people didn't want to show me anything, when people didn't want to do anything or help. So I want to help. I want to bless. I want people to get to the next level. I want to be a ladder. You know what I mean? To help somebody get to the next level. That's why when I get in some of these groups and people be talking nasty to other people, beginners, when they trying to figure out how to use the equipment, I don't sit there and give them no flack. I try to give them information, because that's how businesses get started. Somebody studied us and they found out the algorithm. And when they found out the algorithm, they sat there and they studied the algorithm, and they said, oh, when someone pops out of bed, let me make some slippers for them because this is part of their morning routine. Someone said, oh, you know what they're also going to need? They're going to need a robe. They're going to need some soap. They're going to need this. They're going to need that. And that's what's driving this world. Heck, some of these programs, they're just getting the money. These teaching programs I'm talking about, they just getting the money. It's a money-feeding program. When kids get in these seats, they were $10,000, $14,000, $15,000. It's just putting them in the seats. So what I want to say is, without a community, you can't get nowhere. So everybody out here to think they're gonna make it on their own and they're gonna do it on their own, it's a lie. I'll give you another example. In college, I had a college professor, and I was real militant then. He said, Neil, you're going to get up in these buildings. I was trying to get an internship. He said, you're going to get up in these buildings, and you know what you're going to do? You're going to talk that mess, and then you're going to ruin the reputation of the college. I said, come on, man. I know how to be respectful and things of that nature. I'm glad it didn't happen. I found my own internship. But, still in that. What I'm trying to get to is, sometimes you got to do things on your own, but this is it. I told him, you're going to see me on TV one day. I'm going to do it by myself. You watch me. I'm going to do it by myself. Boy, was I ever blinded. You can't do it without a team. Look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z did it with a team. Nas did it with a team. Most of these, Kanye had a team. If you see in his documentary, he had a team. Don't nobody want to freaking work together. Oh, you're not from this area. You're not from that area. You're not from that area. And people be having their own little stupid objectives and things of that nature. Nobody's going to freaking make it if you don't learn to work together. And that's the biggest problem. And I said, everybody don't have to be the chief, the number one person. Just ride up with somebody. Go with some, link up. You know what I mean? But every time you go around, people hating on you. You know what I mean? They want to have the leg up. No. Get this information, but share. The rich keep us poor because the poor want to make it on their own. But the rich said, you know what? I'm going to get the resources. Donald Trump is not the smartest man. But you know what he knows what to do? He used to do the same concept that Russell Simmons does. Russell Simmons was smart because he said, I got the person around me that know how to do the things I don't do. So he said, I'm not the smartest person, but I know how to get the smartest people. That's the thing you got to do. Get the smartest people around you. Put yourself in different environments, different communities. So I'm speaking to the person who's doubting themselves. I'm also speaking to the person who think they can do it on their own. You can't do it on your own. If you go to my channel, you'll see I got over 300 and some videos, close to 400 videos. I'm still not monetized. You got to create a community. You got to learn to work together. You got to learn to be with and iron sharpens iron. So when you get around certain individuals, you'll share your information. I'm a teacher. So you know what I learned? Share as much information as possible. Don't hold on to it. I used to hoard the information. I made a nice beat. I will hoard it for myself. You know what I learned over time? Get rid of those things. Get rid of them. You want to know why? Because you'll learn something new. The information you just learned, whether it's cybersecurity, whatever it is, you want to be able to trade that for value. And the only way you can trade your skills for value is if you go share it with somebody. Because you'll learn something new. It'll force you to go learn something new. Write your life story. Get it out there. Stop holding on to it. But without a community, without jumping into a community and not falsely using people in a community either. So if you know I came in here like this because I'm pissed. I'm pissed after all these freaking years, I don't have a community. I don't have, but listen, to the people that supported me, to my wife and my children, to my man Jazzmatic, my man Red, my man, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. You know, you hate when you're thinking you're drawing a blank. My man DC Carson. It's so many people out there that have supported me throughout the years. Khalif Wins. It's so many people. But what I'm trying to say is people always want to criticize and critique. But at the same time, sometimes you got to get in, roll your sleeves up, and get with the next man so y'all can get ahead and build a community. You know what I mean? Or learn something. I'm trying to learn how to use Discord. Trying to learn how to use Twitch. I'm on Twitter and all them other things. I'm blown up. But what I've learned is that individualistic thinking and trying to get to the next level ain't working. I don't care what career field it is. I don't care what it is you're trying to do. And you got to link up. My guy on here, Kareem, him and his boy Keon, they link up. They do cyber together. They do a number of different things. They teach each other. They bounce things off of each other. They share. But this mentality of I only do this, I don't do this, I can't share this, that's why we can't get nowhere. Because we can't build a freaking community. I'm sick of it. You see what I'm saying? I'm sick of it. And then, you know, let me tell you one thing I do. If I like you, I will subscribe. Not only will I subscribe, I hit your bell notifications. You know why I do that? Because I don't care about the algorithm. If you post something, I want to see it come up. I do that on every social media page. I go in and I try to like the person because I want to see what they have. If you're on Instagram, I pull up all your stuff and I want to see it come through, especially if you're speaking something good. If you're speaking something good, you got to link up with people. You see what I'm saying? You got to share information. You got to check on people. It's too. I'm a shout out to my man Blatantly. Shout out to my man Blatantly. And you see what I'm saying? Because you don't have a team. Because you don't have a team. You want to know why? Because people don't want to freaking connect. Or then you got to connect with the right people. And that's been some of the problem too, connecting with the right people. You got to connect with the right people because just connecting for connecting's sake don't work. You got to connect with people that are hungry, people that are driven, people that want to share, people that want to build, people that want to move, people that want to shake. I didn't live life to die and not be able to shake things up. My whole life, all I wanted to do was shake things up, to affect people's lives, to put them in the right direction, to push them in the right direction, to be motivated. And these degrees and all this other stuff, sometimes it don't mean nothing as well. I got 3 degrees. Do I got 3 or 4? 3. I got 2 master's degrees and 1 bachelor's. It don't mean nothing if you can't push nobody to the next level. It don't mean nothing if you get, that's what I do as a teacher. I try to motivate people to go after the brass ring, to bypass the brass ring and go for the gold. You know what I mean? That's the type of person I am. So if you want to be a part of a community that pushes you to the next level, subscribe to my page, follow, and then let me know you follow. Send me a message because I'm going to follow you back. And I'm going to push you as far as being in my community. I'm going to try to help you get to the next level. And I hope you do the same for me. I hope this inspires you to go after your goals. Don't never sit back. You don't want to be old and gray like this. That's one thing my mother taught me as a kid. She said, you never want to have a life of regret because you didn't go out and do the things that you were purposed to do. I know what I know. As a little kid, I knew I wanted to make music. As a little kid, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. As a little kid, I knew I wanted to own a business. That's what I wanted. And doggone it, before I die, I'm going to do it. I'm 48 freaking years old. Gave up on my dreams so many times. Being an MC, making music, all the other stuff like that. You listen to the stuff that people say, screw what people got to say. Screw out whatever freaking direction people want to push you in. Screw it. You know what I'm saying? We got to go out here and get it. And once you get the skill, you got to get rid of the skill. You got to be able to exchange it for barter. That's what we do in this world. You exchange, know your value. And once you know your value, you exchange your value. I'm going to tell you what I'm valuable at. I'm valuable at teaching. I'm valuable at sharing information. I'm valuable at learning information. I'm invaluable at sticking through the process and try to do it. And I pray you all stick through it too. Hey, y'all, be blessed. Join the community. Sign up. And I'm going to make sure I join your pages as well. And let's start sharing with each other. All right, everybody. Y'all have a good one. Y'all be blessed. Be blessed for the rest of your week. And I hope everything works for you. Kareem, get on that job hunt, man. You just got that Net Plus. I know you're getting ready to get that Security Plus too. All right. I speak to everybody. Y'all have a good one. Dayson signing out. Peace. I always do this where you forget.